Hey everyone, welcome back. I'm Dr. Andrew Senemes, and today I want to have a very honest, very real conversation with you about something that affects hundreds of millions of people around the world, and most of them don't even know it. I'm talking about your thyroid. And before you click away thinking this doesn't apply to you, stay with me for just a moment. Because the symptoms we're going to talk about are so common, so everyday, that most people, and even many doctors, overlook them completely. According to the World Health Organization, approximately 10% of the global population has some form of thyroid disease. That's over 750 million people. Let that number sink in for a second. 750 million. And the scariest part, and a huge percentage of those people have no idea. They're walking around feeling exhausted, gaining weight, losing hair, feeling cold all the time, and they're being told everything is fine because nobody thought to check their thyroid. And I'll be honest with you, we doctors make mistakes too. We get focused on treating the obvious symptoms and forget to look deeper. We prescribe something for high blood pressure, something for cholesterol, something for fatigue, and we forget to ask, what if all of this is coming from one small gland in the neck? So today, I want to walk you through everything. What your thyroid actually does, what happens when it goes wrong, the symptoms you need to watch out for, including 4 that are serious warning signs, and then we're going to talk about food and what to eat, what to avoid, and the truth about the big debates: gluten, dairy, soy, broccoli, garlic. I'm going to clear all of that up for you today, and let's start with the basics. Your thyroid is a small butterfly-shaped gland sitting in the front of your neck. Small but mighty. And this little gland controls an enormous number of functions in your body. It regulates tissue growth and regeneration, which means it has a direct impact on your skin, your nails, your hair. It controls your metabolism, which is how efficiently your body produces and uses energy. And it regulates your body temperature. So when your thyroid isn't working correctly, you can imagine how many different things start to go wrong. Your nails might grow very slowly or become brittle and misshapen. You might notice a lot of hair falling out when you brush or comb, more than usual, enough that it's alarming. And your skin might become very dry and flaky. You feel tired all the time, not just a little tired, genuinely exhausted, the kind of tired that sleep doesn't fix. And losing weight becomes incredibly difficult, no matter how hard you try. Now, I know what you're thinking. Those symptoms could be caused by 100 different things. And you're right. That's exactly the problem. And these symptoms are so common, so easy to explain away, that thyroid disease flies under the radar constantly. But here's the thing, the consequences of untreated thyroid dysfunction go much deeper than feeling sluggish and having dry skin. And when your thyroid underperforms, your metabolism slows down. And this doesn't just mean you gain a few pounds, it means your body starts storing fat differently. There's a specific type of fat accumulation I want you to understand called visceral fat. This is fat that doesn't just sit under your skin. It accumulates inside your abdominal cavity. Around your internal organs. And visceral fat is not passive. It releases substances into your bloodstream that cause chronic inflammation throughout the body. If that inflammation persists over time without being addressed, it can lead to fat accumulation in the liver, insulin resistance, and eventually type 2 diabetes. It can also trigger autoimmune responses and contribute to serious heart problems. On top of all of that, so poorly managed thyroid hormones can drive up your blood pressure, increase your triglycerides and cholesterol levels, and over time even contribute to osteoporosis, weakening your bones without you realizing it. So if you're someone who's already dealing with high blood pressure or high cholesterol or struggling with your blood sugar, it is not enough to just treat those individual problems. You need to check whether your thyroid is at the root of them. Treating the branches while ignoring the root will never give you the results you're looking for. And one more function of the thyroid that often gets overlooked, body temperature regulation. People with low thyroid hormone levels often feel cold when nobody else does. cold hands, cold feet, constantly reaching for a sweater in a room that everyone else finds comfortable. And if that sounds familiar, please pay attention to the rest of this video. Now I want to talk about the 4 symptoms that go beyond common, the ones that should make you pick up the phone and call your doctor today. And these are signs that your thyroid may already be affecting your internal organs, and they should not be ignored. The first one is persistent unexplained swelling. I'm not talking about a little bloating after a big meal. I mean swelling in your feet, your hands, and especially your face. The kind of swelling you might normally expect to have just after waking up in the morning. Puffy face, slightly swollen eyelids, but instead of going away within an hour of being awake, it stays with you all day. And your shoes feel tight, and your rings feel snug. This type of fluid retention can be a sign that your thyroid hormone levels are very low. And here is why this becomes dangerous. Just as your body retains fluid in the visible areas, like your hands and feet, it can also be retaining fluid in places you can't see, including around the membranes of your heart. This is called a pericardial effusion, and it is a serious medical condition. So if you have ongoing unexplained fluid retention and there's no obvious cause, please get your thyroid hormones checked. The second serious symptom is a rapid or irregular heartbeat, tachycardia, or the sensation that your heart is constantly racing, like you're having an anxiety attack even when nothing stressful is happening. And this can occur in 2 different thyroid scenarios. Either you have an excess of thyroid hormone, a condition called hypothyroidism, or you have low thyroid hormone and you're on a medication dose that is too high for your body. Both situations can cause your heart to work overtime. And this is dangerous because it can progress to cardiac arrhythmias, episodes of dizziness, or even fainting. Imagine that happening while you're driving or caring for a child or at work. This is not something to wait on. The third alarm symptom is persistent snoring or difficulty swallowing. Most people associate thyroid problems with a visibly swollen neck. And yes, when the thyroid gland enlarges, it can become visible. But what many people don't realize is that the gland can also enlarge inward, pushing toward the chest, compressing the structures inside the neck, the nerves, the trachea, the esophagus. This can cause snoring, a sensation of something being stuck in the throat, or genuine difficulty getting food or liquid down. If this is happening to you without any other obvious explanation, your thyroid needs to be evaluated. And the fourth serious symptom is chronic constipation or chronic diarrhea. The thyroid's influence over metabolism extends to the digestive system. You say when it underfunctions, digestion slows dramatically, leading to chronic constipation. When it overfunctions, the opposite can happen. Either way, left unaddressed, these gastrointestinal problems can develop into more serious issues like hemorrhoids, intestinal diverticular, and in some cases chronic dehydration. And here's the cycle that worries me the most. If you already have existing intestinal problems, they can actually make thyroid disease worse. The 2 conditions feed each other, and that's why it's so critical to talk to your doctor and look at everything together, not as separate, isolated problems. So now let's shift to the part everyone really wants to know about, food. What should you eat? What should you avoid? And what's the truth behind all of those scary warnings you've seen about broccoli, soy, garlic and spinach killing your thyroid? Let me start by addressing the fear directly. Yes, there is a list of foods that some people call goitrogens, foods that theoretically could interfere with thyroid hormone production. And this list includes things like broccoli, cauliflower, kale, spinach, soy products, peaches, pineapple, and garlic. You may have read articles or watched videos telling you to avoid all of these foods if you have thyroid issues. And I'm here to tell you that for the vast majority of people in the real world, this is not necessary, and avoiding these foods could actually be harmful. Here is what the science actually shows. For these foods to cause any meaningful disruption to your thyroid, you would have to be eating truly extreme amounts of them, exclusively every single day with nothing else, while also being severely deficient in iodine. We're talking about drinking soy sauce like it's water, or eating nothing but broccoli and tofu for every meal every day. That's not real life. That doesn't happen. In the normal balanced quantities, these foods are not a threat to your thyroid, and they are tremendously beneficial to your overall health. Avoiding them because of this fear would be a serious mistake for your long-term well-being. The real enemies of your thyroid are not the vegetables in your refrigerator. Let me walk you through what they actually are. Enemy number one, and the biggest one by far, is ultra-processed food. I'm talking about packaged cookies, sweets, breakfast cereals marketed as healthy, processed meats like sausages, salami, hot dogs, sodas, energy drinks, and all of those shelf-stable products with ingredient lists. You need a chemistry degree to read. Here's the thing about ultra-processed foods. They are not really food in the biological sense. They are food that started as something natural and then had all of its actual nutritional value stripped away through industrial processing. The vitamins, the minerals, the fiber, the beneficial plant compounds, all removed. And in their place, chemicals, artificial flavors, preservatives, added sugar, bad fats, and excess salt, all engineered to taste appealing and trigger reward pathways in your brain, making you want more. And how does this hurt your thyroid specifically? Two major ways. First, every time you eat these products, you are missing an opportunity to consume the nutrients your thyroid actually needs to function. And second, the inflammatory compounds in ultra-processed foods, the excess sugar, the trans fats, the additives, create chronic low-grade inflammation in your body, which directly impairs thyroid function. The simplest rule I can give you is this. Your real food doesn't usually come in a package. Focus on food of natural origin, prepared at home as much as possible, using whole seasonal ingredients. Your thyroid and your entire body will thank you. Enemy number two is gluten, and this one is more nuanced. With you, I want to be very clear here. Most people do not need to go completely gluten-free. But there is a real subset of people who are particularly sensitive to gluten, and for those individuals, daily gluten consumption can cause significant hormonal disruption, even if they don't have celiac disease. In my clinical experience, many patients with thyroid problems have seen dramatic improvement simply by reducing or eliminating bread and flour products for a period of time. So here is what I recommend. If you have a thyroid condition, try reducing your consumption of bread, pasta and flour-based products for 3 to 4 weeks and pay close attention to how your body responds. It's an experiment worth doing. And a practical note for anyone taking levothyroxine for hypothyroidism, take it on an empty stomach, at least 1 hour before eating anything. Any food, can interfere with the absorption of this medication and reduce its effectiveness. Enemy number three is dairy, again, nuanced. For most healthy people, dairy products like yogurt, milk and cheese are actually beneficial. They provide high quality protein, healthy fats, vitamin D and other compounds that can support thyroid health. The problem arises specifically for people who are sensitive to lactose or casein, and particularly for those with autoimmune thyroid conditions like Hashimoto's thyroiditis. If you fall into that category, I give you the same advice as with gluten. Remove dairy for 3 to 4 weeks and observe. Everybody is different, but for the general population there is no need to eliminate dairy. Moderation and quality matter more than avoidance. Enemy number 4 is stress. And I don't mean occasional manageable stress. I mean chronic, persistent, unrelieved stress. When you are under ongoing stress, your body produces elevated levels of a hormone called cortisol. When cortisol stays high for a long time, it directly disrupts thyroid function. The situations that most dramatically elevate cortisol include chronic sleep deprivation, social isolation, persistent family conflict, and toxic work environments, basically prolonged anger and unhappiness. And this is why stress management is not optional when it comes to thyroid health. It is therapeutic. Relaxation practices, adequate sleep, social connection, and resolving sources of chronic tension in your life are genuinely part of treating your thyroid. And enemy number 5 is chronic disease and certain medications. Chronic kidney or liver disease can significantly impact thyroid hormone metabolism. And some commonly used medications, particularly antacids and proton pump inhibitors like omeprazole, can alter your gut microbiome in ways that affect thyroid function and hormone absorption. And this is why a full integrated picture of your health needs to be discussed with your doctor. It's never as simple as measuring one number and prescribing one pill. Now let's talk about what your thyroid actually needs to thrive. The key nutrients for thyroid health are iron, magnesium, selenium, zinc, iodine, the amino acid tyrosine, and vitamins B, C, D, and E. And the good news is that all of these are available through a varied whole foods diet. Saltwater fish and seafood are excellent sources of iodine and selenium. Whole eggs, the entire egg, yolk included, and provide a broad spectrum of thyroid supportive nutrients. Brown rice is a great source of B vitamins and magnesium. Seeds, especially pumpkin seeds, are remarkably rich in zinc. A wide variety of vegetables and plants cover many of the vitamins and minerals on this list, and dairy products in appropriate amounts contribute protein, vitamin D, and other beneficial compounds. And here is something reassuring for most people in the US and Europe. The table salt in most countries has been iodized. Iodine is added to it. Many other food products are similarly fortified. For the majority of people eating a reasonably varied diet, iodine deficiency is not a major concern. This is another reason why the fear around broccoli and soy is largely overblown. Iodine adequacy is the key protective factor. Most of us have it covered. The bottom line I want you to walk away with today is this. There are no forbidden foods for people with thyroid disease. Not broccoli, not garlic, not spinach, not soy in normal amounts. What matters is balance. Abundance of whole, natural, minimally processed foods. Avoidance of ultra-processed junk. Thoughtful attention to gluten and dairy if you have autoimmune thyroid disease. Or notice sensitivity, stress management as a genuine part of your treatment, and regular comprehensive conversations with your doctor, not just measuring one hormone and calling it done. If you have any of the symptoms I described today, persistent fatigue, unexplained weight gain, hair loss, cold sensitivity, dry skin, fluid retention, heart palpitations, digestive problems, please ask your doctor to check your thyroid hormones. And if any of those 4 serious warning symptoms resonated with you, don't wait. Make that call today. Your thyroid is small, but what it does for your body every single day is enormous. Take care of it. Feed it well, give it rest, and give it the attention it deserves. I'll see you in the next video.